Hi, everybody. I am Cheryl with JJ Bean Designs. I'm coming live to you tonight on Hocus Pocus and my page, actually. So I'm on the two pages, but I want to go over Hocus Pocus tonight. That's why I'm on here, is to do some fun. Again, my name is Cheryl, and I'm with JJ Bean Designs. I am located in New Hampshire. So when you guys come on, do me a favor. Let me know where are you watching from and where you're located, because I love hearing where everybody's from. It's something that I enjoy doing. And let me know what your weather's like. We're getting prepared to actually get snow, lots of snow, lots and lots of snow. We're getting like 12 to 18 inches or something tonight. So it's just like, it's just crazy. I'm not really a big snow person, so we'll see how that goes. If you guys joined me last week, I did a reverse canvas with everybody on here. We took our, I think it's called Le Chateau, I believe. It's the one with the shoe. And we did a reverse canvas, and it was really cool. I showed you guys how we reversed it. We made a frame. And during that call, I was talking about how nice the transfers go on ornaments. And somebody on the call said to me on the live, hey, I'd love to learn how you do the ornaments with, and I told them that I use floor cleaner. So, and they were like, floor cleaner? How do you use floor cleaner? So after that night, I actually got two other customers that reached out to me and said, can you do your live next week using the Hocus Pocus transfers and then showing us how you start using the floor cleaner? So that's what we're going to do tonight. When you guys come on, please say hello. Let me know that you're here. Post a comment, say hi. Let me know where you're watching from. If you're watching this after the live tonight, please do hashtag replay so that we know that you're still watching our videos. And again, I'm on the Hocus Pocus page tonight. And this is actually one of the transfers that we're going to use. If you guys have ever used any type of the transfers like I do, I cut them up and there's always lots of scraps everywhere. So we're actually going to use a bunch of scraps tonight to do our thing. Dawn said, hello in the Moonshine Capital of the world. Boone's. I used to love Boone's Farm. Is Boone's Farm from you guys? When I was younger, I think I got in trouble with Boone's Farm. Possibly. Allegedly, it was Boone's Farm. Hey, Carla in Texas. How are you doing? Hello in Delaware. Little Bean Designs. Oh, so I am JJ Bean Design. Little Bean Design. I'd love to know how you got your name. I'll tell you how I got my name because people ask me all the time. So I have three grandchildren. It's Jordan, Jaylee, and Jameson. And Jordan is the first J. And Jameson's the second J. And my Jaylee, we call her Jaylee Bean. So she's JJ Bean Designs. And that's after my grandchildren. So that's why I have my business as that name. It's been snowing in Westminster, Maryland since 10 a.m., approximately 10 inches right now. It's begun, ice. So that storm is coming to us. I'm up in New Hampshire, and we're getting 12 to 18 inches tonight. I am not looking forward to this. All right, so we're going to go over some ornaments tonight, and then we're going to decorate them with some scraps that we have. And actually, one of them is a full sheet that I had left over from Marvelous Gardens. If you ever used the Marvelous Gardens, it's pretty cool. And we're going to cut this baby up. And we're going to use it on some of our ornaments as well. The cool thing is I have wood ornaments and I have actually some plastic ones as well that we're going to work on. So this is the wood ornament, what it looks like when I got it from the store. Okay, it's just a tag. I'm going to leave this one blank because I actually am going to try something neat with it after the fact. Didn't we all get in trouble at Boone's Farm? Yes. One of your daughter's nicknames was Bean. Oh, Little Bean said, Design said one of her daughter's nickname was Bean. So my daughter is too, and then my granddaughter is. So my daughter was Megan, and she used to jump around all the time when she was little. We used to tell her she was my little Mega Bean, like a Mexican jumping bean. And that's how she got her name, and then just transferred to my granddaughter. Then this tag has been washed with a gold wash. It's Moonshine Metallics from Dixie Belle's Gold. It's just washed onto there. Then this tag was painted white, and then I stenciled gold using some of the new gold mousse that we have over at Dixie Belle. So this is what this has been started with. So we're going to do these as well. Dolores. Well, hello, Dolores. Dolores is one of my my BFFs through my business. I love her. She just follows me everywhere. So we're going to do those. The other thing I'm going to show you guys how to do, I told you I would teach you how to use the floor cleaner to make your ornaments at first. And then this is one that I did right before we came on. I wanted you guys to see what we're going to do. We're basically going to use a paint pour inside to make these awesome ornaments, but then we're actually going to apply transfers to them to highlight them. Okay. So just to let you guys know, you guys see this little thing right here? That's a camera. That's an overhead camera. Dolores is so cute. I am actually going to be doing both tonight so that some people fall straight on and some people have do a better vision that they can see straight down. So we're going to do both. Craziness, craziness. All right. So you guys ready for the split? Here we go. We're going to do a split now. Let me get this over here. All right. It's magic, I tell you. Absolute magic. So I have it's a special holder that holds my phone so that I can see this. So you can see these are the ones that we're going to start with. These are actually an oval. They're just an oval plastic. You guys can get any of these. They still have them at Michael's, Hobby Lobby. Anywhere that's a craft store still has these. They're fairly cheap. I have these as well. I think we're going to use these to try the glitter first. And these are plastic as well. These were at Michael's, 40% off. And then, so they were $9.99 and then 40% off. And these make really cool gifts too for people. If you know somebody that really enjoys Christmas and you want to make something special for them, it's cool. All right, guys, I'm going to start with the cup because we're going to rest our thing on a cup when we go to make it. I'm going to take the cap off. I'm going to rest this one just like this for now, right? Guys, do you see this? Mop and Glow. Some people use Floetrol. I use Mop and Glow. I've used Mop and Glow inside of my ornaments as long as I can remember. I use them with glitter. I use them with paints. So we're going to do a couple like this, and then we're going to start actually while it's drying. We'll do a glitter one as well. And then while it's drying, we'll start putting our transfers on so you guys see how awesome Hocus Pocus scraps. Don't throw out your scraps. You can use them for so many things, not just ornaments. You can use them on mirrors. You can use them on picture frames. You can use them on reverse canvases like what I did last week with everybody. Don't throw out your scraps. Save them. They can be used for so many different things. I also use my scraps on furniture. So if there's like a piece of furniture that I have a beautiful transfer on, but it's just missing a little bit in some area, I'll add pieces of other transfers on there that are scraps. So don't throw them out. All right, so the first thing we're going to do is we're going to take our Mop and Glow. You guys, it's like right up here on the camera. All right, sorry, guys. We're going to take our Mop and Glow, and you're literally going to use just, first thing we're going to do is open up the thing so you can pour it. All right, so we're literally going to use just a little bit. Can you guys see how little that is? Guys see that? If you're looking at the overhead, it's just a little bit in there, but it's just enough that it's going to help that paint get around, right? So the first one, I had used some other colors. I used a coral and some whites and some golds. I'm just using regular craft paints, guys. These are just regular craft paints you can buy at the store. I am lucky enough to have a full set of craft paints because I teach glassware painting, so I keep them on stock all the time. And you're going to take your paint and you're going to just paint down the side. Can I see how I just did it down the side a little bit here and just shake it down a little bit? Then you're going to take the next one. You're just going to go around the ornament just like this, putting it in there. That's actually going to be a really pretty color. All right, so that's my green that's in there. Do you guys see how I just poured a little bit in there and you still have all that on the bottom that's from the Mop and Glow, right? We're going to take a little bit of white. I got a big thing of white. We're only going to use a little bit. Same thing, guys. We're going to pour it. We're going to let it just go in between. You're going to pour it right down the sides. Let it drip down the sides. And if you're just coming on, you're going, why are we doing crafts on Hocus Pocus? Because we're getting our crafts ready for Hocus Pocus transfers. Also, when you come on, please say hello. I love hearing where everybody is from. And then we're going to use some gold. Well, I want to use this gold. We're going to use some metallic gold to highlight the rest of this. Okay, so this is going to be my third color. I typically don't do more than 3. You can do more than 3. I just don't like the overload of color on mine. So see how I have that gold going in there, guys? Can you guys see how it's dripping down there? Then we're going to go over here. You want to do basically like 3 or 4 lines. Hi, Shailene, Canada. Hello, Jamie and Lemonstead. Jamie is one of my BFFs for so many years. It's crazy. All right, guys. So you see this, how it's dripping down. I have this all set up like this, right? Next thing we're going to do is put this on here because I have to grab my paper towel. This is what you use your cup for. It's literally your seating area for your ornaments, right? All right, so I'm going to take a sheet of paper towel. This is where all the fun happens. We're going to cover up this top just like this. See how it's covered up? And then you are going to just shake and swirl. You just want it to loosen up that paint and bring it around. You don't even have to shake too much. You just want to turn it and let the paint catch that floor cleaner and just start maneuvering down and maneuvering down. All right, I am shaking a little bit because this is really thick paint, so it's not really moving too quickly. Can you guys see how it's starting to move around that ornament though? It's starting to actually coat the whole inside, and that's what we want it to do. You want to keep moving it. You want every inch of this to be coated in one way or another inside of that ornament. So it's this one and this. Now, a lot of times I'll actually move the stuff inside of the ornament first so that it moves. All right, guys, so this is our first one. I'm going to stick it inside of here. I'm actually going to leave this in here. Some people turn it upside down and let it drip and let the stuff drip out of it. We could do that. I sometimes don't because it'll change the whole look of what it looks like on the inside of it, and I don't want it to do that. So I'm actually just going to lay it like this and let it do its thing. And then we're going to take another one. I know I have another one right in front of me. All right, guys, we're going to take another one. Hey, Heather. All right, again, we're going to start with the Mop and Glow. If you guys are just coming on, we're just prepping our ornaments to do our Hocus Pocus transfers on them. If you guys use your transfers, which I sure hope you do, don't throw out your scraps. You can do so many things with them. Look what we're doing. We're making ornaments with floor cleaner. It's Mop and Glow. Look how much I have in here. Guys, this one I'm actually going to swirl around the inside because I want it to coat that inside. So my paint kind of swirls a little bit easier on the next one. All right. So that's how much I have in there. Hey, Lisa in Ontario. So that's how much is in there, right? That's actually going to help it kind of swirl around a little bit for me. Let's go back to our other color again. I love this coral color. So I'm going to start with our next color again. I'm just going to squeeze it into here. I am going to squeeze it into here, I promise you. All right, I'm going to squeeze it into here. And then we're going to do the same thing again. And the same thing again. You know, in paints, these paints are fairly cheap. And if you get them in the larger containers, like what my white is in, it's even better. And I just kind of spread it as I go around. See how I did that first color? If you're just coming on, this is our second ornament, but we're doing our colors in here. Now I'm going to do the white. And if you're just coming on, please say hello. Let me know where you're coming in from. All right, so that one swirled all the way down. We're going to make this one go down. See how it's just dripping down the side, guys? You want it to just drip. And I know that you're like, wow, that doesn't really look like it's going to do much. But when it's done, it's going to look like a paint pour. All right, and instead of gold on this one, maybe let's try, no, we're going to have to stick with gold. My silver's a little low. So, all right, now my last one is going to be the gold again. I always add some type of metallic to them because it's neat to have the metallic show through. So again, going to let it drip down the side. And if you're just joining, I do have it on an overhead as well because some people, when we go to do the transfers and stuff, tend to learn a little bit better with the overheads than they do with just straight on. So they can actually see exactly how I'm doing it. I use them for my glass painting as well. All right, so we got this in there. Yes, Lisa, I'm using floor cleaner. I'm using Mop and Glow. I know some people use I can't even talk right now, Floetrol, but I am using floor cleaner inside of this. All right, I'm going to cover this again with the paper towel. And I am just going to move it around. I'm just taking my paint and letting it move around with the floor cleaner. Just kind of keep moving it back and forth, letting it do its thing. Can you guys see how it's, can you see on the top here how it's starting to do its twirls? like a paint pour would do. And you just keep turning it. You keep turning it. You want to get every single open area to have some type of paint on it. And by turning it, that's where you're going to do that. And I do some shaking. Yes, Lisa, that's what you heard. It's so funny. I do shake it and kind of move it around a little bit as well to kind of help loosen. See what it does when you shake it? Can you guys see that in the overhead, what it's doing? It's giving those streaks on there, which is really cool because it gives that nice little streaked out. All right. And then when it's done, some people turn them upside down to let them dry and they drip out. I literally am not doing that. We're going to put our cap back on. We're going to let it dry inside of it. It's going to dry inside of it anyways. And we're going to actually put it on top of a cup. So we'll have it on a cup resting while it does its thing. Here's the one that we originally started, guys. I'm going to move this one around a little bit. That's with the green colors. Want to try to get that to swirl in a little bit. You guys see how it's swirling in on there? How cool is that, right? All right. So now that we've gotten these prepped, I'm going to put these on here. We're going to do one more. We're going to do a different technique. And then we're going to start doing all of our actual transfers, guys. Okay. All right. So the next thing we're going to do is something that my husband calls the devil of craft. It's going to be glitter. Glitter. Yeah, the devil of craft. So again, this is a plastic. You can get these at Michael's, any of the stores. I do buy fine glitter. I have a nice white here, which is going to be the death of my husband if he walks downstairs and sees this everywhere. So I typically do this beforehand so I don't have to worry about this, but I didn't break it open. Let me see if I can get this glitter open, guys. Sorry. We might have to use silver because it doesn't look like that one wants to open. I hope they're not both like this. All right, guys, let me see if I can get this thing open. Here we go. I really wanted white. Let me see if I can get the white to come open. There we go. All right. So now that the white is open as well, what you're going to do is, again, you're going to take, Lisa, this is what I'm using. It's just cheap Mop and Glow. Some people use Future. I'm just using cheap Mop and Glow. We're going to pour some in here. Now, when you're using glitter, you absolutely have to coat the whole inside. So you're going to twirl this around just like this. You want to coat the whole inside of that ornament. And the reason being is that's what the glitter is going to stick to on the inside of it. And then you don't want the extra in there. So you're going to let it, see how I just let it, all the extra come out? We just want to coat the inside of it. Lisa's getting a kick out of this one. All right. Then once you do that, you're going to take the glitter and you're just going to, whoop, wrong one. I don't want that one. I want this one. You're going to take the glitter and you're just going to pour it inside of there. Watch it not come out, right? Because that's my luck because I just opened this thing. Hold on. Aren't those cups like awesome so you can do all that stuff to them? All right. Sorry, guys. I just want to make sure that this can pull out a lot easier. Here we go. I want it to pour out. I don't want it to just kind of, I don't want to use the big mouth of the actual thing because if I do, it's going to get everywhere. Not that it's not going to get everywhere anyways. All right, guys. All right, so we got our glitter. We're going to take it and we're just going to pour glitter into the thing. And you only want enough to be able to coat the inside. Just remember, and you're going to work fairly quick. You're just going to shake it around. And you're going to go right back over that cup that you have the extra in. And voila, you have a glittered ornament. This is a great idea. This is a great base for what we're about to do, which is Hocus Pocus transfers. Are you guys excited? You guys learned a little something new. Thanks, Lisa. Lisa said she loves watching me. I appreciate that. I want you guys to know, if you guys all watch me, you guys talk about, I always talk about how I always just throw the garbage on the floor and that my husband's going to kill me. So we buy our coffee in like these huge containers. So he gave me an empty, and we'll just put it next to my desk, my thing now, so I don't get trash everywhere. Just throw it in there. All right. So now that we got that done, let's put this stuff aside. And what I'm going to do, this is one of the first ornaments I did, and I had put plastic over this one because I put a lot of the stuff in there. Can you see how that? And they're really starting to do like their own thing. Look how cute those look, right? They're like a neat little tie-dye look to them almost. And then we have these. And then like I talked about before, we also have these wood ones. So the first things that we're going to do is we're going to do one of these plastic ones. And what I'm going to do is try and bring this one just a little bit closer if I can. Can you guys see that? Good. You can see that, I think. All right. Let's take a look at this. This is our Hocus Pocus. This is Marvelous Gardens. And I love these different butterflies and stuff on here. So I'm definitely going to pull off one of those butterflies. So I'm just going to cut it off. Now, when you get your transfers, if you guys have never used Hocus Pocus transfers before, when you get your transfers, they come with a clear top that the transfer is actually attached to. Or it's actually a little milky looking, to be honest with you. And then a white backing. What it is this is what they look like. So if you guys can see them in the overhead, you have your clear, and then they have a white back that protects them. All right. They will also come with this handy dandy bamboo stick. Yes, it is fun to do with your granddaughters. And it's great because the transfers are so easy for them to use too. And you use up your scraps, and it's just a lot of fun. So you get this bamboo stick for actually rubbing the transfer on. The transfers, the best way to describe them, are just like a rub on. They're just a rub on. You're rubbing them on. And you're also going to get this lovely white glove. So now I save all my white gloves because I use them like all the time. So I never throw mine out. I have a stack of them. So the white gloves, and these are going to be for burnishing. So, but let's start with our first one that we saw here. So this is our butterfly. All right. So I'm going to take it off of that backing, guys. And I am going to, so you guys can see it on the overhead. I'm actually going to go ahead and pop to just the overhead, if that's okay. Let me see if I can get that to do that here. I got my, sorry guys, I got a mouse over here on the side that's helping me with this. Let me see if I can, there we go. All right. Can you guys see that? I'm hoping you guys can just see that. All right. So what I'm going to do is I think that I want to put this just a little sideways. And because it's on plastic or glass, it's going to actually stick much easier than when you actually use it on furniture because it adheres like crazy. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to do half at a time because I don't want to buckle my transfer. So I'm just going to go ahead and rub it and then pull it up. And then I'm going to rub it and then pull it up. And then I'm going to go to the other side. So while I'm doing this, have you guys actually seen the new decoupage packs? They are absolutely amazing. And Heather, I know, has the name up there of their business that actually made them. It's Grace on, and I'm trying to remember the rest of it. But they're actually gorgeous decoupage packs that are now available for pre-order for most of your retailers. If you need to find a retailer, go up into the description. I have all of our local retailers by you listed. I know they're listed on my site, and I've gotten quite a few pre-orders already for them. I'm loving them. If you haven't checked them out, please go and check them out. This is going to be a game changer. I expect them to sell out, guys. I don't expect them to stay in stock too long. Grace on Broadway. That's it, Lisa. Thank you very, very much. So Grace on Broadway has the new decoupage packs, and they're very, very unique, meaning like you're not going to see these designs anywhere. Heather and Pam, who lead up their company, are amazing. And they tried for a year to find the best designs that they could find for these. And I have to tell you, they're to die for. And I actually might have a little sneak like thing for you guys, surprise coming up here next week. So make sure you stay tuned, because I believe that we're all going to start giving you guys some sneak peeks of what these decoupages are going to look like. If you are looking to purchase any of the Hocus Pocus, especially the decoupage, and pre-order, and I do suggest you pre-order, they are going to sell out. Without a doubt in my mind, they're going to sell out, because the pigments in them, the Christmas in them, just the way that they're going to go on top, in the feel of the paper, it's just, they're not going to last. They're not going to last. So I suggest you pre-order with your local retailer. If you do not have a local retailer, I know that they're open on my site as well for pre-order. All right, guys, so that was one of them, but I think that I want to add a little something to this. So this is my Marvelous Gardens again, and I kind of think I want to cut a piece over here. I think I'm going to cut a piece of this little off, because I love to make it a little more flowery in that area, if that's even a word, flowery. To put it on top of our ornament with the butterfly. All right. So like I've said before, I cut up even the ones that are meant to not be cut up, I cut up. I feel like you can do any of them like that. Look at how cute that is, guys. I can go right on top of there. Can you guys see how that is? All right. So I am going to put this on here, but I think I want to move it just a tiny bit, like maybe like this. And these are unique. Nobody else will have these ornaments when you have them, because they're ones that you have made, and you've made them unique, not only with the paint inside of them or the glitter inside of them, but you made them unique with the transfers on top of them. Oh, I love the way this thing's coming out. Love, 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 love. So if you guys are just coming on, I see that our audience is growing. If you're just coming on, please say hello. Let me know where you are tuning in from. And I'd like to know what your weather's like. We are actually preparing for 12 to 18 inches of snow. And I say we, meaning my husband, because he's the one that has to get out and do all the snow blowing and stuff. I'll stay in the house nice and toasty in front of the fire. Because he's amazing like that. He's amazing. All right. Just kind of, I'm hoping you guys can see what I'm doing here. I'm just rubbing it on. And as you're rubbing, so you guys can see, as you're rubbing, you can see that it releases. It goes from dark to light. And that's how you know that it's actually releasing off of whatever it is that you're trying to rub it onto. All right. So that is our first ornament. Look how cute that is, guys. Like, and it's so unique. Nobody else is going to have this ornament. Before I do it though, and we're done, let's put on our handy dandy glove. And if you don't know what burnishing is, let me explain to you what burnishing is. Burnishing is just getting these edges so that they're down. There's nothing lifting. You do not want your transfer to come off of whatever it is you're putting it on, including an ornament. All right, guys. So that's the first one. I'm going to pop this back to a full screen again. I want you guys to see this, how cool it looks, right? So look at that ornament. Is that not the coolest thing? So it has all your design over here. We did our paint pour inside of it and then added those scraps. They're just scraps coming from our stuff. All right, so that's our paint pour ornament. That was the first one we did. Now, I'm going to ask you guys, do you want to do stuff on the glitter yet, or do you want to do it on the wood? I think I want to do it on the wood, because this one I've been waiting to do some really neat stuff with. So right here, I'm actually going to keep this on a split screen for this one. Thanks, Lisa. This right here is actually a piece of, I brought it over here because I always forget the name of it, Port Bonheur. And I never say them right either. It's Port Bonheur, I believe. And it's just the words that I had left over. So right here. And I want to put them on here, and I'm just going to make it its own thing. So if I put it, I'm going to put it at a little bit of an angle, and I always put stuff off the edges. For some reason, I hardly ever put stuff straight on. I think it's just the artist in me. I've been a painter and a drawer my whole life, and I think it's the artist in me just kind of has it a little side. Guys, I'm sorry. I just realized as I'm rubbing on this one, it's shaking my table a little bit, so I'll try and not rub as feverishly. You don't need to rub hard on these. It's just the rubbing alone, whether it's you're rubbing hard. The other thing is if you take it and you lift it up while you're rubbing, it just releases so much easier. Oh, this is going to be so cute. I hope everybody's ready for Christmas next week. I can't believe Christmas is next week. Is that not the craziest thing in the world? It's like, I feel like part of me feels like, wow, I can't believe it's already the end of the year. And then part of me is like, thank God it's the end of the year. It's been a long, crazy year for everybody. Let me see. Pull it up. And again, I'm going to pull it up as I'm going. All right. And that is our first wood ornament. Look how cute that is. Oh my gosh, I love it. Okay, again, I'm going to put on my glove so that I can burnish it. Especially on wood, it will actually pull up faster than the others. All right, guys, can you see that one? Look how cute that ornament is. And it's beautiful, and it's something unique that nobody else will have on their tree. You can give it as a gift. You can personalize it. This one I still have the tag on the back, but you could take the tag off, personalize the back of it for somebody, and that makes a great gift, and it's something that you did by yourself for them. Look how cute that is. All right, so that's ornament number 2. Let's get to ornament number 3. We're going to do another wood ornament. This one, I knew exactly what I wanted to do the minute I saw my scraps. So this is another one from the same exact one. I'm going to put it this way so you guys can see it here. I'm going to take it on here. And again, I want to make it just a little bit crooked is what I want to do. And I'm going to do it on the gold. So this has been gold washed. It's just a wood ornament. It's a tag. I actually bought it, believe it or not, at Walmart. Just a wood tag. And I'm just going to add this to it. I washed it with Moonshine Metallics and gold because I wanted to have like a gold shimmer to it. And ooh, look how pretty that is. It's going to look so good. And again, as you're pulling, you rub as you're lifting. And then I have an edge here, so I just want to get this edge. How pretty that is. That is going to look spectacular when it's done. All right. So then we have another ornament done with scraps. It's just scraps, and they're making nice little ornaments. Again, I'm going to burnish it for you guys. All right. And then here's another one. That's our third ornament, actually. So now we have a third ornament. Now, let's get to the glitter one, because this one is going to be special. So this one, I actually have a few different things. So I have this one right here, which is from the one that I used the other day. I'm trying to remember which one it was. I used this on the jewelry box with you guys, Jardin de Roses. It's just the leaves. And I want to put this on here, so I'm going to actually place it on. And again, because it's round and you don't want it to buckle, you're just going to do a little bit at a time and then press it down as you go. So I'm going to get this part first. You can actually hear it releasing. And then again. And then releasing. And I'm just going to keep pushing it around and going to it as I pull it up. Now, if you're using glass ornaments, which some people do use the glass, I use the plastic because it's my Murphy's Law. If I get glass, it's going to break. With the plastic or glass ornaments, just be careful how hard you're pushing, because these glass ornaments are actually a pretty thin glass and they will break if you push too hard on them. So I use the plastic. Plus, you know, if they fall out of your tree or you drop them, they just don't break. So I'm going to pull it up as I'm going. So as you can see, I did like a section at a time and then just kept pressing the rest down. Because we're taking a straight object and trying to put it onto a round. All right, guys, can you guys see that into the camera, what I did there? Look how cute that is, right? So that is on that one so far. I don't know if you can see it on that front one. Can you see that? Isn't that beautiful? It's just very faint and distinct. Then also I have this is another piece. It's the piece of the porte bonheur. It's a butterfly. Thanks, Lisa. Lisa said she loves it. So I'm actually going to do a butterfly on this one. And again, because it's round, I want to start at the edge. And then as I press, just do one section. And then as it starts to release, start pressing down the next section so that you're not buckling or tearing your transfer. Oh, it is so cute. All right. And again, I'm going to move this here. I'm going to the next section. And again, as it's going, Lisa said, oh, now I get it. What do you get, Lisa? How I'm doing it, or how it keeps the glitter, the floor cleaner? I know that it was something that you were trying to understand was the floor cleaner thing. All right, and again, I'm gonna move this. All right, I want to get this piece on here, so I'm gonna go ahead. And the last part is right here. You can actually see when your transfer is lifting, you'll see that it actually gets cloudy. I put a transfer on and I always push down and it gets ripped or it wrinkles. So it's not the motion of the pushing, Lisa, that you're going to use. It's the actual rubbing that releases it. Just think of it like that. Like you want to rub to release your transfer. You don't want to push per se. You want to rub. All right. So that's a butterfly that's on there too. So now we have that and that. Look how cute that is. So we're just taking our scraps and we're putting them on here. All right, I know I have more over here. I was having fun cutting these out earlier, like all my scraps and figuring out which one I was going to use next. Maybe we should add a little bit of color to this one because this one is just like an all black and white thing. Let me see what I got over here on my marvelous gardens that we can cut out to finish off this baby. Ooh, I kind of like this right here. All right, so I'm going to cut this little piece out. I'm like, where did I put my scissors? They're right in front of me. I'm going to cut this little piece out right here. Now, I have this whole sheet because I did a piece that was too small for me to use the complete design on it. So I always have extras. Plus, like I said before, I cut mine out. Can you guys see that? Like there's an edge here that'll show that edge. So what I do is I actually just trim what I want to show. And now I have a design that looks complete, even though I cut it off of another piece. All right, so I kind of want to intermingle these a little bit and have them kind of look like they belong together. So maybe like this. There we go. So I'm going to put this on like this. And then again, I'm going to take my stick. And again, if you're just coming on, please let me know where you're watching from. and let me know, what is your weather like there? I know I said it earlier. We are having a huge storm coming through tonight. It hasn't started yet, I don't believe, but I always push it down first, then use the stick. Oh, so I use the stick to actually, Lisa, you know what? I'm going to put your thing over here. I just kind of want to get my mouse going again. I don't know why I lost connection again. Okay, so thanks, Dolores. All right, so Lisa had said that she always has a tear, and she said because she puts it down and rubs on it first and then uses the stick. Okay, I'm going to show you guys something as soon as I finish this. It is okay to kind of rub to put it down, but what you don't want to do is you don't want to really, I'm not sure, how do I say this? When you're putting it down, tape it down, because it would tear, or it would do the other if it started to stick, and then as you were rubbing it, it moves. And then when it moves, that's when you're going to get that tear and everything else that happens, or it rips or wrinkles. Lisa. All right. So this is the other part. So look how cute that is. You know what, Dolores? I just remembered something too. I meant to email you. I found your the one that we thought we were sold out of, so I'm going to send it to you. All right. So this is our last one that we did. How cute is that? All right, guys. Lisa had made a question about how it tears. So when you put your transfer down, what I do is I put it down and I take my stick and I just lightly go over it like this to where I want it to go. And I actually tape the edges. I tape the edges of everything that I'm doing so that it stays where it needs to stay and we don't have any issues. All right. All right. I'm going to take this one off screen. If I add that, can you hear me now? How's that? That should be it. All right, guys. So we were talking about how we used these before. So these are unique ornaments. They're great gifts. You're using scraps, and they're just neat to use because of the way that you have them on here. It works awesome. Awesome. All right. Then we used the floor cleaner again to glitter the inside of the bulb and then add our design to it. Like, I love how that one is so subtle on there. Like, I can see it, but it's really subtle. So we added another design. And what happens is these are unique bulbs that you can give to a person as a gift. You can put them on your tree. Then I showed you how we did it on wood. So this one was whitewashed, and then I did a stencil, and then we used part of a transfer that has the words to actually make this one. And then this one was gold washed, and then we used part of a transfer to make that on there. Now I will take twine and I will put them on here and I will hang them on my tree because these came out adorable. So these are a great idea for you guys. So again, if you guys are working on stuff and you have scraps, don't throw your scraps out. There's so many fun things that you can do with your scraps of your transfers. The other thing is if you look at a transfer and you go, wow, that's just such a big piece. I don't know if I can fit it on that piece of furniture. Think outside the box. Think, wow, could I cut it up and put it in a different way so that I would know how it goes on and it makes it look different? And then you have all these extras, but you can use the extras. You can do things with them. Just think outside the box. And again, guys, if you're looking for Hocus Pocus smart stuff, we do have the link to find your local retailer up in the description. Please buy from your local retailer first because we always want to support small business. Oh, thanks, Lisa. Lisa, she's so good to me. Support your small business because that's what keeps them going, you know, especially right now in this world. We just all need to just help each other and give a hand up. If you do not have a local retailer, my information is in the description as well. Be sure to reach out to me. If I don't have it, I can find someone that can get it for you. And again, like I said earlier on this live, if you guys haven't checked out the new decoupage papers coming out, OMG is all I can say. They are very vibrant, they are very crisp, and I can't even describe what the quality of them. Really, I can't. But what's really cool is I might have a little surprise coming to you guys. So stay tuned. I'll make an alert when I am going to have the surprise, and you guys might be able to actually see these decoupage papers in person. All right. And also, they are ready for pre-order with all your local retailers. So if you're interested in the decoupage papers, please make sure you pre-order with your retailers because these are going to sell out without a doubt in my mind. They're going to sell out. All right. All right, everybody. Have a wonderful, wonderful evening. And I hope you enjoyed our little fun to have right before Christmas instead of always working on furniture, just something a little different. All right. Remember, save your scraps, order from your local retailer, pre-order your decoupage papers before they sell out. All right. Everybody have a wonderful evening. Stay safe if you're in the storm. I know I'm about to get in the storm, so it's starting here tonight. So good night, everyone.